You know what's as unpredictable as Baldi's education and learning? Icelandic weather. Even in the summertime, it could be so rainy that you could just take a bowl of couscous, leave it outside for 2 seconds, and you got couscous now. Bon appetit, yum yum. A good Icelandic weather is 10 degrees Celsius and whooping 2 hours of sunshine. Wow. Most of the time, a normal weather is 7 degrees Celsius, got some wind flying at you, and some rain that just somehow hits you in the face. You could be like facing down in a downward dog yoga pose. It could still be hitting you in the face. Who came up with this trajectory? Fucking Rain Man? So Icelanders that are in sunny countries are probably the most happiest, most jubilant human beings in the universe. Okay, so in 2015, we decided to go somewhere sunny. A place you can swim. A place you can have ice cream. A place where you can have bad tasting non-Icelandic water. And that summer, Nana was in summer school and she finished all of her courses, passing everything, so she was extremely excited to go out. But where were you going? We were going to Turkey, and it wasn't just me and Nana. We got her 2 siblings, we got her dad, we got her dad's fiance and her kids. That's so many people. Why would you do this? Fast forward to the day where we're supposed to be going out. Our flight was in 3 hours, and we woke up at around 4 a.m., which is not fun. We got dressed and we quickly stuffed our faces with some very not that good food because, you know, I didn't want to clean up afterwards. Everything happened packed the day before. We got the toothbrush, some clothes, and carefree panty liners for my excessive forehead sweating. We got everything. And we went to go and get Nana's brother to lighten the load on all the cars because there's just so many people. So driving from here to there, it's 41 minutes, and we were a pretty damn good time, you know? It wasn't that bad. We listened to something to pump us up, but it was pretty hard because we were also disoriented and tired, but we were still excited to go to Turkey. It's kind of like acing a microelectronic engineering test at 7 in the morning. It feels good, but you're still fucking tired, man, and you just want to play Nintendo. We were the first to arrive and we were extremely eager to go inside and actually eat something that wasn't... As we take out the bags, Nana asks, jokingly, "Hey, Snorri, you didn't forget the passports, did ya?" I smirk and say, "Of course not. Who do you take me for? You think I'm Shiva from Resident Evil 5? As I finish my sentence, I humorously pat my pockets and, I don't feel the passports there. I remember putting 2 A4 papers that I folded together to put in my measly little pocket. It was filled to the brim. So it wasn't there. Now the other one had just keys and change. So it was just a very pointy and disgusting dirty little pocket that nobody wants to touch anymore. Now I calmly say, guys, don't fret. I think I don't have the passports on me right now. Passports, more like assports, am I right?
But then I realized that I was the assport.
Their smiles increased and they thought that I was joking, but then they realized that it wasn't a particularly funny joke, so they stopped smiling. Nana says, "What? You have got to be doing some kind of a goof joke, sir? Why did I turn Canadian? And why do I think that sounded Canadian?" I say, "It's alright, we have time. I'll just drive back so fast that it's gonna be fine." I mean, that was really the only solution there was, but we didn't have that much time and I was very optimistic to be thinking that I could actually get there in time. We were on good time, but it wasn't like Dead Rising time. It wasn't like I'm gonna shop at every single store in this mall time. I jumped into the car like my life depended on it, and it kind of did. And I put the pedal to the metal. I remember specifically putting on the Halo Reach soundtrack to go on this travel. I don't know why I was really wasting my time putting that on specifically. I could have just listened to the radio or something, but you know, monks, so. As I started driving, Nana quickly called her father's brother's wife and woke her up. She lived 2 minutes away and we told her to go over to our house, find a hidden key, go inside, find the passports, get back in her car, drive all the way up to where I was trying frantically to her, and then I would go and take the passport to go to Turkey Penis. That's like Mission Impossible 15. You done goofed. Nana managed to contact her, and she very optimistically went over with a big old smile on her face. Now, I don't remember how fast I was going, but I for sure wasn't respecting the speed limit. I was probably going at around 150 kilometers per hour. It's enough to go back to the future, you know. You could go backward to the future. As I was driving, I was feeling so much shame. You could call me the prophet of regret. There we go. I did it. I felt like I was in a John Wick movie or something. But instead of my dog dying, I was just stupid. Okay, so as I was driving, some minutes had passed, and Nana quickly called me up to ask how I was doing and to give me an update. And I answered it through my Bluetooth. You think that I would answer it with my phone like this? Like, hey, I'm driving very fast and talking on the phone. This is very stupid. Let's do one life-threatening activity at a time, Mr. Tom Cruise.
I'm actually super doped about that pun, let me tell you guys.
Nana said that the father, brother, wife hadn't actually found anything at the place, which gave me some red flags. I didn't really know what was going on. This should just be there in plain sight, right? I, in the everything is fine, please don't dump me because of my lack of responsibility mood, just told her to widen her search field further into the house. Maybe check the kitchen, the fucking bathroom, the washing machine. Now 6 minutes have passed and I could just feel the amount of money I'd be charged for were I to be caught by the police. But I felt like I was completely justified in these actions because it was for a flight and I don't want to lose money, so let me just put everyone at risk that is driving at a very reasonable pace. I think that's called being a sociopath. I get one more call from Nana, and she tells me that the father, brother, wife is just can't find it. It just isn't there. And that she had actually asked whether we had really checked if we had the passports or not. You could still have them, you know? Could still be there. Put it in your prison wallet. Like, seriously, you don't think I checked? I padded my pockets. What else should I do? Check them individually? You gotta be out of your mind. As I was at the entrance of the city, about to be driving for like 15 minutes longer, I half-mindedly checked my pockets just to check. You know, I wasn't doing anything that special, just driving at a murderous speed. And I take everything out of my pockets and put it in the passenger seat, and I take a look, and holy moly, the two goddamn passports right there, staring at me in the goddamn face. I was so excited and happy. I was euphoric about finding them. And then I was so mad and rage-induced. And it was just a sandwich of a horrible thing, like ice cream and chicken together. It's just not gonna flow well, and you're just gonna feel shame. The passports were in my pockets the entire time. Bruce Willis was in my pocket the entire time. Snape was a ghost passport the entire time. I had suspected that my left pocket was filled to the brim because I had 2 A4 papers, where if you fold them together, they go like this. They're like huge. Like, where does all that mass come from? But it was packed because I had actually managed to forge the passports in there as well. I quickly called the father, brother, wife, chuckled lightly, and asked, "Hey, buddy. Hey, good old pal, you haven't found the passports, have you, partner?" Thinking that asking this question to, like, weaken the punchline just makes me an idiot. She responds with a positive but worried, "Well, no, it's like the earth gulped it." I pause a bit and I tell her, you know, I found them. They were in my pocket the entire time. Completely spoiled the whole movie for her. I apologize for having to wake her up at like 6 in the morning. She was just happy to be experiencing the day to the fullest, waking up this early, so she was awesome. I thanked her and hung up. I turned around and I hated myself for being this stupid. I was yelling, screaming synonyms for both of those words right in my face while looking at the mirror, while driving really fast back. Fortunately, there was basically no traffic on the way, so it's like putting sprinkles on a shit sandwich.
But hey, sprinkles are tight, and I ain't saying no to a free sandwich, if you know what I'm saying.
Now, Nana was super stressed. And I'm talking like stressed that the xenomorph is walking past by and you're trying to hide, but you have to fart. You don't know if it's silent or not stressed. The check-in was about to close, and we really didn't know if I was gonna make it or not. 20 minutes later, I had to find a parking spot, which was a nightmare. Take my bag. At the check-in, I certainly remember getting looks from the staff like, "This is not how you travel." You've traveled before, you shouldn't travel this late. We're about to close the check-in, you idiot. But my sweaty forehead didn't mind one bit. The check-in lady that I got was really nice. She completely understood everything. She also told me that if I had arrived 2 minutes later, I wouldn't have made it and they would have closed the check-in. 2 minutes. Wowzers. So I make it inside, go through a security check. I have my breakfast that I have to eat on the go. I'm like running, gotta eat these nachos, man. You know, I have to board the plane because it's leaving immediately. And I slept for the rest of my life. If I hadn't really checked my pockets, I would have missed a flight, and so would Nanna. And she was so excited, and I could have let her down so easily, but I didn't. Please just make sure that you do or do not have your things before you do something nonsensical. Hey guys, thank you so much for finishing my video. I'm very proud of you. Good job. Snorri's stupid story time is actually something I'd be really interested in trying to get off the ground. I've got a lot of ideas. I have so many stupid stories. I'm going to Tenerife on Wednesday. By the time that you watch this, you just stay gentle, you magnificent ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you guys in the next one.